All right, let's go over that example that I left you with. Make a histogram for the number of days of Maria's last 5 vacations. So I went ahead and filled in all of the data that we figured out a couple of examples ago. So I just copied the intervals and the frequency from example 2 we did up there. All right, so we have the interval from 1 to 5, which has a frequency of 3, the interval from 6 to 10, which has a frequency of 8, and the interval from 11 to 15, which has a frequency of 4. So I went ahead and drew the graph with the x and the y axes, and I labeled the x-axis the number of vacation days and the frequency over here. So let's go ahead and put the intervals on the graph. So my first interval is from 1 to 5. Okay, so we're going to divide this up. There's 5, and there's going to be 10, and then there's 15. So I'm just putting in, there we go, the endpoints of the intervals. And now my maximum frequency is 8. So I think I'm just going to put 8 here at the top. And then half of 8 is 4. And then we could do half of 4 is 2. Half of this one would be 6. That's a 2. And then 3 is going to be here. There's your 1, 5, and 7. So we've got all the numbers that we need. So let's pick a new color and do the first one. We get the interval from 1 to 5 has a frequency of 3. So we're going to go here to the 3, and we're going to make a bar at 3. Okay, let's do the next one. Do that one in green. The interval from 6 to 10 has a frequency of 8. So we're going to go all the way up to 6. And then draw our bar from 6 to 10. I did a little bit better on that one, making these guys touch. All right. And so that's from, whoa, slow down. 6 to 10 there. I should probably write the other one as well. 1 to 5. Okay, last one, 11 to 15. So let's grab maybe the yellow one. 11 to 15 has a frequency of 4. So 4 is about here. And we'll draw our bar. And then our bar goes from 11 to 15. Okay. So one question you might be asked about a histogram was you may be asked to look at a histogram like this and find the total number of vacation days. Oh, I'm sorry, the total number of vacations. I read that wrong. Total number of vacations that Maria took. So, question mark, there we go. So let's say we just had the graph and we didn't have any of this other information. How can we look at the graph here and get our total number out of the graph? Now we would do this by looking at the height of each bar. So we could look at this bar and say, oh, well, the height here is 3. So I can put a 3 here, and I know that that represents 3 separate vacations. And I can look at the height of this bar, the green one, and say, oh, well, the height here is, oh, that was supposed to be 8. The height here is 8. And that represents 8 separate vacations. And then here I can say, oh, well, the height here is 4, and I know that represents 4 separate vacations. So the total would be me adding 3 plus 8 plus 4, which would be 15 vacations. Now we know that's right because we have the word problem here, but if we didn't have the word problem, we could look at the graph.